guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look right here. It is all centered around this ColourPop eyeshadow and it is called Amira. I'm calling it my metallic gold smoky eye. So today I'm actually filming at Ipsy Open Studios, which is really exciting and intimidating, but I'm really happy to be here. So I hope that you guys like this video. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and prime our skin. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer today, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this all over my face. And just to fill in my pores around my nose, I'm going to be using the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this because sometimes if you use too much, it can kind of ball up on this area. So I'm just using a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to kind of press it into my pores. For foundation today, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I'm going to be mixing two shades. I'm going to be using shades 104 and 106. I'm going to be putting the shade 104 in the center of my face and 106 on the outer perimeter, just to give some sort of dimension because I'm in between two shades right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my Beauty Blender. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown, and I just used that with a number 12 brush from Anastasia. Okay, so now that brows are on, I'm going to start working on the eyes. So the first thing I want to do is prime my eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, but you can use any eyeshadow base that works for you. And I am just going to place this on both of my lids. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and set that with Makeup Geek's Vanilla Bean eyeshadow. So now I'm going to go ahead and start building up some neutral brown shades in the crease, and the first shade that I'm taking is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, and I'm taking that on a Sigma E40 brush, and I'm just going to buff that into my crease. So I'm blending the color pretty high up in the crease over here because I definitely want to be able to see the neutral brown shades peeking out in the background. And I'm also taking in the color right in this little intersection of the eye socket right here to make sure that we have some dimension going all the way through the crease. So the next shade I'm taking is the color Frappe from Makeup Geek. It is just one shade darker than the shade we were just using. And I'm going to be blending with a E25 blending brush, and I'm going to be putting this color a little bit lower in the crease, more precisely in the socket. And I'm going to be blending this back and forth in windshield wiper motions, and then I'm going to be kind of doing circular motions on the outer corner. So next, on the same blending brush, I'm going to take a drop of Anastasia Beverly Hills' Sienna eyeshadow, and I'm going to be blending that just slightly lower in the crease, and I'm going to be taking it a little bit on the lid on the outer corner. So I'm just going to be placing it right here, and then I'm going to be blending it into the crease as well. So I'm keeping it pretty low and blending it right in the crease and on the outer portion of the eye. So now I'm going to go back with my original blending brush, and I'm just going to smooth out the edges a little bit. I didn't put any additional product on it, I just want to make sure that the edges are nice and blurred. So now on the same blending brush, again, I'm taking a little bit of Max Foley eyeshadow because it's just a little bit of a darker and deeper brown, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to go into the crease as well again. I just want to make sure that this crease is nice and dark and defined because we are putting a pretty metallic shadow on the lid. So I just want to make sure that there is some nice depth and dimension going on in the outer corner. So I'm just placing it right here, and I'm blending it again in windshield wiper motions, and then down on the lid a little bit in the outer corner. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the lid, and the first thing I'm gonna do is use this Jouer Cream eyeshadow stick in the shade Baroque, I think. I don't know, I'll leave the name of it in the description box, but I'm going to be taking this cream shadow and I'm putting it all over the lid, and I'm going to work one eye at a time because cream bases tend to dry pretty quickly and I wanna be able to work slowly, take my time. So I'm keeping it pretty low. I don't want to go into the crease. I'll take the shadow that I'm packing on top of it up to the crease. So I'm keeping this pretty low and I'm not taking it all the way into the inner corner. I'm leaving a little bit of space, but I'm taking it all over the lid space. Now I'm going to be taking my MAC 239 brush and this ColourPop eyeshadow. It is called Amira. It just looks like this and it's super metallic and super beautiful. So I'm going to be taking that on this brush and I'm going to pack a lot onto the brush and then I'm going to start pushing it onto my lid on top of where I put that cream shadow. And I'm making sure still to keep it pretty low. I don't want to take it higher than the crease. So I'm gonna kind of take the tip of my brush and wiggle it right into this socket area to make sure that I don't take it too high up. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my Lorac palette just to use the black shade right here. If you guys have a black that isn't in this palette, then use that, go ahead. I'm taking that on a Makeup Geek soft dome brush. I like it because it has a nice tapered shape, and I'm just going to take this into the crease on the outer corner because I want to add a little bit more dimension. I feel like it needs some black. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this. I'm wiggling my brush back and forth and taking it down a little bit on the outer corner. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go back with a little bit of creme brulee on our same blending brush, and I want to make sure that we are blending into the crease to make sure that all these colors are blended into each other. I don't know what happens, sometimes my eyeshadow gets a little bit choppy and it doesn't let me blend it out, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to smooth this area out. Okay, so that is the lid done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face and then we'll work on the lower lash line. First, I'm going to conceal and I'm going to be using my Naked Skin concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Light Neutral. Yes, neutral. So I'm gonna be taking a little bit of this and I'm gonna be mixing it with the shade Light Warm just to add a little bit more of an intense highlight. And I'm taking very little of it and I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to take a drop down the center of my nose and on my chin. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my damp beauty blender. I like to blend out my concealer one eye at a time, and I go ahead and set it with my Laura Mercier loose setting powder each eye at a time just to make sure that I'm not creasing because my under eye area creases like crazy. So I'm going to take a little bit more of this Laura Mercier setting powder and I'm just going to put it right underneath where I'm going to be bronzing and contouring just to make sure that I'm not making a mess to begin with. I know people do this after, but I like to do it before, kind of as a guide. So now I'm going to go ahead and start bronzing with my IT Cosmetics color wheel, and this is in the shade Live, Love, and Laugh, and I'm just going to be using the bronzer on a IT Cosmetics number 8 brush, and I'm going to start bronzing my skin. I'm going to start from the perimeter of my forehead and I'm going to start bronzing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dust away all this excess powder. My under eye area is so dry the past couple of days. This weather in LA has been messing with my skin. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of Aquaphor just on my lips to prep them. So now I'm gonna add a little bit more bronzer. I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 35L. And I think it's L or I don't know. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit more bronzer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the eyes. I'm gonna go back with that cream eyeshadow base, and I'm just going to smudge that all over my lower lash line area. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more of that ColourPop eyeshadow on a Makeup Geek crease brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend out that cream shadow with this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put a nude eyeliner in my waterline. This one is by Rimmel. And for an inner corner highlight, I'm gonna be using my Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and I'm taking it on a Sonia Kashuk, I think this is a pencil brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that right in the inner corners. For mascara, I'm gonna be using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. So you guys can totally use false lashes, but they really irritate my eyes, so I'm not gonna use them today. But I'm gonna move on to highlighter, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in the shade 1, and I'm taking that on a Smashbox fan brush. And I'm just going to hit that on the tops of my cheekbones and kind of connect it upward. And I'm also gonna hit the tip of my nose. And for blush today, I'm going to be using Kat Von D Wish, and I'm using that on a Zoeva 126 brush. Okay, so for lips today, I'm going to be using my NYX lip liner in the shade Nude to line my lips, and my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Vintage. So now I'm gonna go ahead and spray some Fix Plus. And to make sure that nothing moves in this heat, I'm going to spray some Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And this is the finished look. If you guys like this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.